asks, how is the excellent connection? The U.S. left-right paradigm, Democrat versus Republican, shares a lot of structural similarities with the Plabian versus the Patrician divide in ancient Rome. Both are framed for the people versus for the elite, but in practice, both systems can mask deeper unity among the ruling class. Let me break it down. Class divide versus party divide. In Rome, the patricians were aristocrat, land-owning elites. That's the Republicans. The plebeians were commoners, often struggling for political representation, and that's what the left is supposed to represent: a place for the struggler, the oppressed, the marginalized. You know, to have a voice or to have rights or to have a say so against all of these land-owning elites who buy up everything and have all of the power. Well, we have a party where we will give you a voice. Okay. The U.S. Republicans claim to represent traditional values, property owners, family, business interests. Patrician Democrats often claim to represent workers, minorities, and marginalized modern plebeian favor. So as the plebeians and the patricians are back here. So we're literally witnessing the image of the beast, ancient Rome, live. Okay? Controlled opposition. In Rome, even when the plebeians won new rights, the patrician senate still held a numerous power. In America, both Democrats and Republicans are influenced heavily by corporate donors, lobbyists, and elites, meaning they may not be real on the surface, but both sides, meaning the fight may be real on the surface, but both sides operate within the same ruling structure. Boom. Both systems give the appearance of choice while maintaining elite control. Two horns like a lamb, and he speaks as a dragon. Manipulation to the masses, cycle towards tyranny. All right. Manipulation of the masses. In Rome, bread and circuses, Tank Davis versus Jake Paul, Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones, Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul or whatever Paul, free food and entertainment kept plebeians pacified while real power stayed in the patricians' hands. So they give you niggas stadiums, and you're in the hood. You notice all these football stadiums used to be just in the hood. The Oakland Raiders, the Philly, the Baltimore, it's all in the hood, really, amongst the poor. So nigga here, this big ass stadium, go watch your favorite team and forget about what I did. Okay? And that's what happened in ancient Rome. Bread and circuses. U.S. political parties use media narratives, culture wars, and promises, tax cuts, welfare, student loan relief to win loyalty, right? Didn't Biden bring it? We'll give you student loan relief. Then he took it away. All right. And Trump came and took it away too. And nigga, no, you immediately, you just start paying this shit back. So you don't win with either of them. It sounds good, but you always end up being left behind, man, and oppressed. And the rich will continue to get richer, and your groceries are going to continue to go up. Grocery prices spiked to the highest level in 3 years. And Edomites are suffering from this stuff. All right? Edomites are suffering from this stuff more than anybody. I wonder, can you blame a nigga for this? So this left-right paradigm, I love to talk about this aspect of the scripture because, again, Revelation 13 and 15, and he had power to give life to the image of the beast. Okay? And what beast? The beast, as you see in the prior verse, Revelation 13 and 14, and he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, his technology, his AI. Palantir, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had a wound by a sword, and did live. And how did it have a wound by a sword? The Western Roman Empire fell. How did it live? Through the Renaissance, which what we are living in is the end result. It's a result of the Renaissance. Okay, where Rome has been revived into the earth, and we're seeing the very system of ancient Rome right before our very eyes that are leading you towards taking a microchip. So he had power to give life to the image of the beast. So we're seeing Rome live through a senate, through coliseums, through heated floors, through cement bridges, through fast food. I mean, you know, Saturnalia, which is Christmas today, you know, which that all goes back to Babylon. Okay, so many, you know, the you know, coined with faces on the coin, which many kingdoms did that. But that's Esau. Whose face is on this coin? Caesar. The denarius, which today is the dollar, which how was the denarius devalued? Okay, through inflation. There eventually was a shrinkflation in Rome where you were getting less product for more money. All of these things happen in ancient Rome. Okay, a lot of the symbolism, Roman numerals, all of this stuff comes from ancient Rome. And what we're showing you is the left-right divide, which played out in ancient Rome, and it cycled towards tyranny. Okay? Rome, constant Plabian. Plabian patrician conflict led to demagogues like Julius Caesar gaining power by claiming to champion the people, which ended the republic. In the U.S., polarization between Democrats and Republicans risks leading to a strongman figure who promises to end division by consolidating power in modern Caesar. Similarity, deep division creates instability, which makes tyranny appealing as a solution. All right. Let's see. I mean, you know, you could just look it up, you know. Spiritual connection, the Apocrypha, Sirach 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Rome fell because of its ruling class became corrupt. The same warning applies today. Matthew 12 and 25, a divided house cannot stand. Division paves the way for a collapse. Daniel 2 and 41 through 43, kingdoms divided, iron and clay, and he inherently unstable like Rome, just like America. So in ancient Rome, the Plabian and the Patrician is basically how this devil, you know, justified consolidating power and, you know, waging war on the people, man.